Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we started our investigation of the incident that happened with the Calvardian border patrol area and the Republican border patrol area here. The watchtower got mortar shelled, and also the Calvardian outpost back there got attacked at the same time. We're trying to figure out if Erebonian attacked first, if Calvard attacked first, or if none of them are involved, and actually a third party attacked this area. We already figured it out. There definitely wasn't a command given out that the Empire attacked, and we fought Orion Fort mortar shell here, and it's unlikely that the Calvardian Republic would go as far as to have Orion Fort modeled mortar shells and weaponry to attack this area, just to have an excuse to start a war here. Also, Rower got killed in the attack. This is awful. It really is. It looks like they got hit hard. And to think there were casualties. You know the Imperial Army isn't going to sit idly and twiddle their thumbs after suffering an attack like this. They have their image to uphold after all. Hey, looks like most of the damage is concentrated on the south side of the building. You think whoever carried out the attack could have done it from the highlands? It seems very likely. But where on the plains could they have launched an attack like that from? Well, the highlands are incredibly vast. We would need some kind of clue to even know where to start looking. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something here that'll point us in that direction. I think that's all the info we can gather here. I think so too. Now we need to analyze what we've learned. First, we should establish a good picture of what was happening when the attack occurred. That seems like the best place to start. So, first of all, what time did the actual attack on the watchtower happen? 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. Yes, that's what the guard told us. But that wasn't all that was going on then. That's right, the Republican Army's base also came under attack, and according to the Lieutenant General, they suffered even greater damage than what happened here. I think we can safely discount the possibility that the Republican Army bombed their own forces then, but there's no evidence that the Imperial Army launched an attack either. All we know is that both attacks happened and both sides took heavy damage. However, as Eliza said, we have no evidence to suggest that either side was responsible. If we accept that as fact, the most likely scenario is that the responsibility lies within another party entirely. So you think? A third party is working behind the scenes to provoke both countries into starting a war. Tensions between the Empire and the Republic are always high, but compared to other areas of similar political value, the North Highlands have always been peaceful. I can conceive of no reason either country would have decided to break that peace last night. I agree. If anything, it seems like the negatives would outweigh the positives for both parties. If this were Crossbell, it might be a different story, but here? Now that you mention it, we found something else odd about the attack on the watchtower, didn't we? Something that seems to point to a third party's involvement. Something else odd about the attack on the watchtower? I'll bet she's referring to this. The weapon that was used. The time it happened, the area that was attacked, no, the weapon that was used. You're talking about the mortars used for the attack, right? Exactly. It looks like the orbital mortars they used in the attack were an old Rainford model. And I, for one, find it pretty unlikely that the Republican Army is packing Erebonian-made weapons. Indeed, they have little reason to be, considering the Republic has its own major orbital technology manufacturer, the Verne Company, as I recall. Yeah, the Verne Company is responsible for manufacturing most of the arms used by the Republican Army. Then there's the fact that the mortar used here is old. The Imperial Army hasn't used this model for years. I've heard that military surplus sometimes makes its way onto the black market and ends up in the hands of mercenaries. Knowing that, it seems unlikely that either army could chose to use it to cover their tracks. Quite. However, there is a far more pressing question we need to answer. What do you mean? I know where you're going. We need to know where the attack was launched from in the first place. Well, that's going to be difficult to work out. But without that vital detail, all of our speculation thus far is for naught. If we intend to avert a war, we need more than speculation. We need conclusive evidence. Agreed. But the islands are far too vast to just strike out searching blindly, especially with the Lieutenant General's deadline rapidly approaching. Actually, we may not have to start our search blind. If Liza and Gaius will lend a hand, I may be able to help. Huh? What do you have in mind? If I can factor the location of the damage together with the speed and the trajectory of the mortar shells, and then take into account the highlands' wind, I may be able to estimate the area from which the mortar was fired, potentially anyway. Are you serious? It sounds easier said than done. I'll do what I can. Are you familiar with the specifics of the shell that was used? I think so. It is an old model, but I should be able to give you some rough data. That should be plenty. Anyway, let's have another close look at those damage areas and start our calculations. Please come with me, everyone. Right. AP increased by 1? Why only 1? Alright, I think I've calculated a rough location. I believe the mortar was fired from a location to the south of here. Wow, to the south? You don't say. Using the map as a reference point, that makes it very likely it was launched from somewhere in this area. And according to my calculations, the launch site shouldn't be too far from here. Wow, I can't believe you managed to work that out. That's well beyond the level of mathematics we cover in class. I enjoy watching Regnitz really sweat it out trying to best you on our next midterm. Just a little applied physics? I couldn't have done it without Eliza and Gaius' help. It looks like we've got a nice big piece of the puzzle right in our hands. Sure seems like it. Let's take off and start looking. Right. Rean and the others reported their findings to the soldier in charge and asked him to relay the intel to Zender Gate. Afterward, they set out on horseback to begin their search. Alright, let's start looking for where the mortar was actually fired from. If what Emma calculated is correct, it should have been fired from a point south of the watchtower. Most likely from a point that's easy to overlook, so that it's not found out. Let's see if we can find anywhere that fits that description. We likely need to rely on the map to help us. I wonder if the culprit could still be there. Regardless, we should see what we can find. Alright, before I forget, I do want to look at what we got through the rank increase. We got a Medal of Vigor. Strength up, arts up, prevents stat down. A medal given to high achieving students, energizes wearer. Medal of Discipline already prevents delay, speed up. Strength up and CP up. I don't need CP up on Rean. I really do not. Strength up seems like a good choice. CP up seems like a good choice on... I don't know. Who has CP trouble? You don't have CP trouble. But your defense and arts defense are good enough. Prevents petrification sounds like a good idea, though. Soft stole. Speed up is nice. Prevents confusion. I'll switch that out for prevents faint.
Let's get going.
Right, let's take a look at the map. This up here is north. We can only go so far south. So, yeah. There's not really... I wish I hadn't looked at the map, by the way. There was definitely a symbol there. Well, let's try to go to the North Highlands. To the northern part of North Highlands, though.
Yeah!
Although we're... If my calculations are right, there's no chance that the mortar was fired from this direction. Let's turn back and look elsewhere. You know, Emma, you wouldn't have needed to do any calculation. You really wouldn't have... I mean, it's cool and all, but it really was enough to have the general direction of south. But, yeah, it's okay. I wasn't there before. Hey, over there. You found something? What's a rope ladder doing all the way up there? I can hardly believe its presence here to be mere chance. Do the people of Nord use this area for anything? Not that I've never known of. This is just that much more suspicious then. Perhaps the mortar was fired from somewhere up there. It definitely seems worth a look. I'm just not sure how we're going to get up there. We can't reach that rope ladder from down here. I see no way to climb up the cliff face itself either. If you have any suggestions, now would be a fine time. Eliza, would you mind? I believe I have an idea. What if we were to make use of Eliza's orbital bow? My bow? How? Well, if you were able to hit the cord that's tying the rope ladder, perhaps it would unroll itself, allowing us to climb up. I'm glad you think I'm that good of a shot, but I really don't see it working. It was just a thought. Well, it's not like we have any better ideas. Why not give it a try? True enough, and time is one resource we don't have much of right now. Searching for some manner of tool to pull it down would cost us precious time as well. I can't really argue with that. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh, you. There! Wait, what? It actually worked? You seem to have the makings of a great hunter. It seems this is a day for lucky shots. Huh, we'll have to start calling her Quick Draw Eliza. Was I just imagining things, or did that arrow glow for a second? Well, now that we can reach the ladder, why don't we go have a look on top of the cliff? Yeah, let's see what's up there. Quick Draw Eliza, huh? There. Exactly the smoking gun we were looking for, too. Well, old orbital mortars, all Rainford models, too. And it looks like they've been used recently. So this is where they were hiding them. I can see why they chose this place. Who would think to look here? They must have fled the area after firing them last night, leaving them launchers where they were. But unfortunately, these alone do not furnish enough evidence to avert the war. You're right, unfortunately. If we just had a bit more evidence. Still, this is a solid step forward for our investigation. Perhaps you should return to Zender Gate and let the Lieutenant General know? That sounds like a good idea. Alright, let's go report. Several orbital mortars manufactured by the Rainford Company have been set up. I've made sure they can't be fired again, so don't worry about that. Right, let's go then. That's pretty good thinking there, Eliza. Doom, doom, So... There! Isn't that... It's that flying object we saw fleeing from the Aurochs fort near Bereahart. There's no mistaking something that... there's no mistaking something that strange, and it looks like it's carrying something. It can't be a coincidence that they'd show up now of all times. They're heading northwest, and we're going after them. Right! Saddle up. Chase and find the floating silver object before time runs out. What do you mean before time runs out? Wow. Wow.
We can't let them get away!
Wow, we're on a timer.
Right. We need to overtake them.
We're on a timer, guys. For the very first time in this entire game, we've been on a timer. Cool. Are they just going around in circles, or are they headed toward a special destination? Should I cut them off?
Crap, they're fast.
Just don't lose sight of them.
I mean, I know where they're going, in general. Are you? Oh, of course. Of course you would. Well, now you've done it. I don't exactly know what I actually have to do here.
Did they touch down near the stone circle?
I lost sight of them.
There's no escape for them now.
Yeah, there is. They're freaking floating around. White Rabbit, what are you doing here? You didn't... I don't think they actually launched the attack, by the way. They shouldn't be the culprit. I definitely saw them land around here. I can sense someone up ahead. Really? Yeah, I'm betting it's that thing we're chasing. Ah, Zora Quarry is finally within reach. I think it was carrying a young girl. Well, we'll find that out when we'll find out what we're dealing with soon enough. AP increased by 1. It actually gave me time to prepare for a battle, which is cool, but that means we're fighting. There they are. She really does look like a child. But what is that silver construct with her? Save the speculation for later. We need to capture them before they escape. That's not happening.
I think that about covers everything. Now, what to do? It'd be easy enough to overpower them, but there's a good chance some of them would get away. But just killing them all seems really cruel, too.
Halt! Stay where you are!
Ooh, it's the Military Academy students!
She knows about us?
How?
Just who are you?
And what's that thing beside you?
Guys, don't do this.
So, who are you? Were you involved with the attacks on the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base?
We'd rather not accuse you of a crime you didn't commit. But can you at least tell us who you are and what you're doing here?
Aw, how did I end up being the bad guy? This is gonna make things a bit sticky. Oh, I know what I can do! Everything will go hunky-dory if you guys help me out.
What?
What are you talking about? But first, I hope you won't mind if I give you a little test, just to be sure you're up to the challenge.
Is that a challenge?
Millennium or Orion?
I Orion.
Millium.
And this is Erebonian, but you can just call him Lammy for short.
Here, Getlam.
Okay, let's get started! Let's get started!
Oh god, this is gonna
My
be
turn.
bad. I'm gonna switch out Eliza in a second. We have 2 people we need to analyze. Eliza's next, that's very good. We're starting out with a motivation.
All right, let's do this. Right.
Understood! Blow him away!
Resisted. What did they not resist?
Right!
Attack delay, maybe? Probably. We're gonna need
Sorry,
some
would you mind?
juices.
I'll show you how it's done.
Okay, you actually do have CP. We're all linked, right? Yes, we are. Noble command.
Now is our chance. Don't let it pass.
Right.
Okay.
Second speed up. We're gonna use this time to detect Millium or... Oh! They're one person. Cool.
Analyzing the enemy's vitals. I've got it!
Millium, level 30, 22k. A mysterious girl gives orders to the silver object puppet with her, overpowering foes with powerful strikes. We're not gonna be able to defeat her.
Leave it to me.
But we are gonna be able to take her health down. I'm gonna use Chrono Drive. I would like Oh, Schneiders. That's more important.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emma. Really didn't expect uses to get knocked back that far, or Eliza to get knocked back during that attack. They are absolutely resisting against attack delay. We do want to get out of the way of that sweeping attack. Unbalancing is extremely unlikely. Are we gonna defense up as well? I want to. Fortuna would be good for uses and Emma, wouldn't it? Just to delay our move, our attack a little bit further, but that doesn't make any darn sense. Or does it? How much health does Emma have? This has delay too, and she's still faster. I don't know how much, I'm gonna... Let's actually check how much attack delay resistance they have. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's not gonna happen. 1,500.
Leave it to me.
What? Okay. Is that smart? We're gonna go down to 100 CP and then use our medium ass breakers, aren't we?
To me!
We're not gonna be able to do anything fancy here.
We're open! Useless!
Oh,
All right.
we don't have that much strength on.
It's my turn.
I did want to use that, but now we are using arts. What does he say? I don't like... You're into all arts, aren't ya? You're gonna be resisting against any and all of this. I would like to draw you out of that area a little bit. You have a great line on everything and you're gonna get sucked toward the middle of this. I'd rather have you be a little in this direction.
Arcus, activate.
My turn.
I want you to be a little out of this area as well. I want you to attack her from the other side.
There.
Nice.
I'll help.
I'll handle this.
Can't believe she actually got poisoned. Arts defense down is not happening. Rapid thrust is not happening. You have Grand Press. Of course, you have Scent. Dark Matter too. Your turn is after Emma, so they'll get sucked toward here. I'll suck them more toward here. Or do I want to actually suck them toward out here? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just fucking around a little bit. Let's just not get ridiculous here. I don't know for 100% that they are actually gonna move, so...
Focus, activate!
Yeah, it's not. Okay, I got sucked toward there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him!
Whoa, he has insight! Dude,
It's my turn.
Dude, he has insight. You were poisoned a second ago, and now you're not anymore. I'm just gonna finish the job here. I'm gonna attack once.
To me!
Then I'm actually,
They're open!
and of course, use Calamity Hawk to finish her off.
Oh, winds, grant me your strength! Calamity Hawk!
Guess I let my guard down.
Uses'
Time's
noble
precious. We should
noble
hurry.
commands are disgusting. That's a disgusting skill. Wow.
Wow! You guys are pretty tough.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep, looks like you'll be great for the job, all right.
We've had quite enough of your wild chases and your games.
You were the one who attacked both of those military facilities, weren't you?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, no, that wasn't me! Ugh, what can I say to make you believe me?
Well, say something and not just nothing the whole time.
Just tell us what you can. Anything you know that might help us find out who was actually responsible.
You said you wanted our help? If helping you would restore peace to the Highlands, we're ready to help out however we can.
Dude, if that's your... I mean, I guess.
But you have to talk to us. Help us understand what's happening.
Come on, you two.
Yeah, they're too nice. They're way too nice.
I hope you don't come to regret your naivete.
Naivete.
You said your name was Millium, right? We really don't have much time. So could you tell us what it is you want our help with?
Well, what I want you to help me with is capturing the small armed group responsible for attacking the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base. What did you just say?
Yeah,
You
mercenaries.
saw those mortars earlier, right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We don't have Fee with us, but I bet that is going to be a... Oh, come on. A core. What kind of core, though? What were they called again? Can't believe I forgot that. I can remember things like Red Constellation and the Jester, whatever, and all of that, but... Oh, come on. Oh, no, brain doesn't cooperate right now, so I don't... There are gonna be those mercenary groups that were army guys previously and then got scattered into little groups bonded together. He was a member of them as well. And now we are going to go against another one of those, aren't we?
There's a bunch more hidden near the Republican Army's base.
What?
I'm guessing it was the same group that set them up at both locations.
Wait.
Do you have any idea who this armed group might be?
Well, I'm not 100% sure or anything. But they look like a bunch of Jaeger dropouts, so
Jaeger.
I'm guessing they're working for a pretty meaty chunk of Mira.
Jaeger Corps.
I was on my way to go find out for sure.
Wait, then...
You know where they are?
Sure do. They're up in the north of the Highlands.
Yeah, hiding out in the ancient quarry. Big surprise.
If you promise to help me out, I'd be happy to show you the way. So, how about it?
Alright, you have our aid. I'm Rean Schwarzer, Thors Military Academy, Class VII.
Gaius Wurzel.
I'm Elisa Reinford. It's, nice to meet you.
My name is Emma Milstein. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. And just so you know, you still have much to answer for regarding your intrusion into Auroch's
She
fort.
is not gonna answer anything.
You knew that was us, huh? It'd be super cool if we could just, put that whole thing behind us for the time being.
If we must.
Now.
Nice to meet you all, too. Anyway, what are we just hanging around here for? Let's make for the north of the Highlands.
All right, but I'd like to swing by the settlement first.
Yeah, we should use their telephone to report back to Zendergate about everything we found out so far.
Please put
Okay,
on some
let's
pants,
get going,
little
then.
one.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to be riding on the back of your thing?
Well, I could. But I think I'm gonna ride on the back of your horse instead.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Lammy!
Floop.
Whoa! It vanished.
And the way it did so seems familiar somehow.
Oh, how so? It might be an archaism that Sarah always uses to test us, huh? Making connections to their uses. Wow.
Come on, are we going or not? Let's go catch us some big bad wannabe Jaegers!
Please put on some pants, lady. Millium joined the party. For reasons unknown, she's carrying an Arcus unit and is capable of forming combat links with the other party members. Eh? For reasons unknown. Nice. Buster Arm. Air Getlem attacks with great force, unbalanced, plus 20%. Oh, you've got an S rank in that. Ultimate Barrier. Physical immunity. That stat exists. Creates a silver barrier granting immunity to one attack. Giant Breaker. Triple S rank. Turns Air Getlem into a hammer and strikes foes. All enemies. All of them. What kind of ordnance do you have? Of course, they're all locked. Defense 2, Tiara, Grand Press, Hydro Cannon, Silverthorn, Attack 2. I could not give you anything else, I guess. Earth Elemental Master Quartz, reflect magic damage and gain immunity against physical damage. That sounds awesome. So yeah, that's what you have access to. Of course you have an Arcus. I did see you talking to a lecturer with an Arcus. Your stats are pretty damn good. Your art suck. But strength is on par with Rean. Oh, better than Rean's. Come to think of it, Gaius has more strength than Rean. And they have about the exact same amount of strength here. Although we are definitely not switching her. Oh, I could switch her in and then see what she has to say if we finish combat with a link attack. You are such a happy kid. The heck? We definitely need to do that. I don't think we'll be fighting with her again anytime soon. So let's try and get some like some link attacks going.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go.
You start out with immunity. What the shit is wrong with you? What? The heck? You start out, lady.
Yeah. Now.
I do need to adjust tactics here.
All right.
Crit round.
There. We're open.
Gotcha!
Whoa.
Yes, sir!
Yes, sir. Medium area of effect. Hits everybody. Let's see that.
Get him! Now's our chance!
Why did you miss?
Finish him, Gaius!
Right. There.
I got one overkill.
Here we go.
Okay, the heck? No.
Okay.
That could work. You're gonna get linked to her. Don't kill him.
Yeah. This is it.
Nice.
Gotcha! Gotcha! No problemo!
Well done.
No problemo. No problemo. I don't know what no problemo means, but that's cool. Maybe she said no problemo? But no problemo works too. I mean, I guess.
Yeah!
Woohoo! This is amazing!
If you keep squirming around back there, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah!
Squirming around back there. She does remind me of a Borderlands character. Tiny Tina.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
She does remind me a lot of that Borderlands character.
Now's your chance.
Game?
Leave it to me.
Come on here. Playing the same. We're playing on the same side here.
They're open.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Gleaming blades. Go!
Here I go!
Here you go. Do we want to do that with Emma? That's okay.
Get him! Now's our chance! You're up, Emma!
Right!
Ah!
Yeah!
Go.
Alright, now it's time to... Nope, don't switch out people. Rean and she get linked. What?
It's my turn.
You get linked with her? Turbulence? If I get that unbalanced, this is done.
Whirlwind!
Never mind, we don't have a rush.
To me!
Oh.
Together, we're unbeatable.
I didn't... I underestimated your damage. Assorted grains. Wait. Everyone can forge links with her. But how good are the links? Level 1.
Yeah.
Rean and the others hurry directly to the settlement. No! I was gonna do that! 12 a.m. No, I think 12 a.m. is actually the middle of the night, so it's 12 p.m. Is that? Republican Army airship? What's it doing this deep into the highlands? This is what they call invasive reconnaissance or something like that, right? They're basically trespassing just enough to with just enough force to see what the enemy's up to and how many troops they've got. So that's their aim. Just who are you? It's a secret! Anyway, don't you guys need to get a hold of Zendergate? She's right, let's move. Alright, alright. Bro, you're all safe. Toma, I'm glad to see you're okay. We saw a Republican airship flying overhead. Yeah, it's been circling up here for a while now. Is there really going to be a war? We're doing everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen. We need to hurry and borrow the Elders' telephone. So, you have reason to believe that the armed group is hiding in the Northern Highlands? Yeah, seems like that's what's going on. We're currently on our way to investigate. I suppose all our hopes are pinned on this. Very well, I'm extending your deadline to 3 p.m. Be on your guard. Will do. Please do whatever you can to postpone any conflict. So, the culprits used to be members of a Jaeger Corps. I've heard the term mentioned before, but I know little of them. Well, they're trouble, that's for sure. Let us handle this. We're not going to let anyone start a war here. It appears that even if I wished, if I wish to sway you, your mind is already made up. Let me see if I can get this phone to pick up the orbital waves from your Arcus units. Now, you give me a call if anything happens. Thank you, Grandfather. May the winds and the goddess guide you. I'll be praying for your safety. Hell, it's them! Okay, we're counting on you to show us the way. Where in the Northern Highlands are they hiding anyway? Ah, I think you probably know the place. You know, that huge stone north of here? There's a creepy old ruin around back. That's where they're holed up. She must be talking about... Yeah, the ancient quarry. Surprise! Alright, because I'm so surprised I have to end the episode now. Hope you enjoyed it though, and I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, toodles.